Hello people, and welcome back to Game Time with Kit, where today we are playing the Lego Ninjago movie video game. There is a difference. Okay. This is going to be a fun one, isn't it? Considering I cannot stand the movie. And to be fair, the game's pretty good. To be fair to it. And to be fair, I didn't hate the movie when I watched it. I hate everything it stood for. I watched it a couple of years ago now. Like, not long after I got my PS4. I've been using PS Now, and this game was free on it. So I figured I'd watch the movie so I understood the game a bit. I will be going over the course of all of this, every issue I have currently got, like every issue that I've got with this game. But then again, it's one of those. I'm a stickler for things like this, and I'm of the opinion this movie shouldn't have been a Lego movie sequel.
Master Wu! Are you okay?
Good to see you, Lloyd.
What's going on, Uncle Wu?
We have an unwanted guest, nephew, of the worst kind. I need your help, but you will require training in the ancient arts in order to combat and then defeat this foe.
But who is it, Uncle?
See for yourself.
There's no one there.
There! Right in front of you!
The chicken?
Yes! Yes! The Master Chicken's reign must end, Lloyd! Only together can we defeat him!
Let's get this over with then. I'm borderline obsessive when it comes to Lego games about collecting every stud token thing. Which means that in Lego games, I take about 20 minutes longer than the average human to beat any given level. So much so that I'm actually annoying to play with on a Lego game. Honestly, the game plays pretty well, and I don't really remember, but I think that the movie was missing things like Spinjitzu. Honestly, my history with this show isn't even complicated. Many years ago, I used to love the show. I actually still do. Like, I think it's an incredible show. I think that it's one of the greatest kids shows. However, I do think that the quality has noticeably declined over the years. And most of the issues can be traced to this movie. Such as hang on. I'm quite funny about discussing things like Ninjago, because it really is something. I probably shouldn't even still watch it, but like, I have a rule about finishing shows that I start, no matter how many years ago I started it. Jesus Christ. Okay.
The rushing board. I like it. It'll be handy when I'm late for
Truth be
class.
told, Lloyd getting a voice change wasn't a big deal. He was probably the one that needed it the most, to be quite honest, looking back on previous seasons. Because the end... Okay, so... when the movie came out, they basically decided they were going to, change the designs of all of the ninja. Why isn't it working? That's weird. That should have worked sooner. I can honestly no longer be asked for this. Like the training section. JH.
I don't know if I can reach those dummies, but I'll try. Rushing board for the ground, floating butterfly for the air. That's all I need to know, right?
We move on.
Yeah. Problem with Lloyd was he was stuck sounding like an aged up kid. Because I'm pretty sure I kept the same voice actor after Child's Play. And just had her voice him deeper. So it ended up coming off as really unnatural. For instance, in the final battle with the Overlord, Lloyd just sounds pathetic. I have come here to fight you. Looking back on that sort of stuff, it was pretty bad. But like, Super Hawk, JJH. Okay.
I see an opportunity to beat my opponent. I should take it, right?
Yes, only one more remain.
The swooping paw. Handy for combat and slam dunking basketball.
Interesting. The one thing is that the movie focused more on connecting to what's going on?
Uncle, teach me to move when my hands become a blur. A stinging bee.
The movie focused more on like the connection to bloody China and Japan and just Asia in general, which I think was good because honestly it was indistinguishable from America. Ninjago was. God, Ninjanuity. One of those many things I can't stand about this game. Honestly though, it's a good game. Like, sure it pisses me off a bit. I'm gonna keep these short probably. Okay, so Sky with Dragon. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I want to put everything together, all the moves. Let me try that. Skyward Dragon. Never get tired of that.
Honestly, I just wanna do that, yeah.
You have come far in a short while, Lloyd. Now you must face real opponents.
The chicken?
Okay.
Shall I hit you with a beat or a dragon? Remember what you have learned,
Let's do this.
and switch attacks. Had enough yet?
Okay. Oh boy. Well, that went well. It's nice that they've done a game now. Because before, for some unknown reason, the only Lego Ninjago game was that really bad DS game. Which I'll probably play at some point. For the record, that guy with the surfboard has Cole's old hair piece. The Earth Ninja. Alright, this is where it gets weird because like there's the whole there's that whole thing with movie clips being there. It's minimal, so I'm pretty sure I make exceptions because like
I can't hear you! Jerry Fitzgerald, knock over that table.
I don't like going on in this movie. But I suppose that's because I'm used to him being an actual like tragic villain.
The mayor out of her chair.
Wait, what?
And then I will rule over Ninjago.
Instead, he's basically just a cackling nightmare in this. Like, sure.
Uh-oh.
He seemed to relish in his evil.
Come on, come on!
No, it's not Ninjago. And then he does ninjutsu. Like good little ninja. The green Green Dragon.
Hey, you take the air.
Honestly, the whole premise of this movie was basically just destroying established things, specifically designs and everything we believed about the show.
Hey, Commodore! Ready to suffering and another humiliating defeat?
It's weird because, like, I'm pretty sure that, like,
Look out for bad guys incoming!
actually no. In the show, Lloyd had this whole deal with being obsessed with his father as a kid, and he's wanting to be a bad guy. Meanwhile, despite Garmadon being really, really evil due to the Great Devourer, he didn't want any of that for his son. You know, he was still a good father. He just couldn't really be there for his son. I don't know what's going on there. I can hear dialogue, I just can't tell what's going on with it. To be fair, I think that took me longer last time I played. Honestly, part of my issue is the fact that I cannot stand change. I don't like reboots. I don't like...
Hey, there's Kai and Cole.
I don't like reboots. I don't like
Where are our mechs, Kai?
sequels that change designs. I can't even stand a
I might have put a
recasting.
pin in the wrong place on the map. How wrong? Barely any wrong.
Oh boy.
It's like an inch away on the screen. Come on, Cole. We can get to them on foot. This should only take a minute.
It's gonna take more than that. You are not the Avengers. You can't just say assemble. Also, there is no ninjas. The plural of ninja is ninja. Just saying. Get your fucking grammar right. Okay, can't do spinjitsu. Apparently you have to work for that. I pulled bare hours into this game.
Get across to the next booth.
Well, when I played in 2019. Honestly, it's so sad that I can't just appreciate this for what it is because of my childhood. I know it annoys people when reboots are trashed on just for being reboots. But with help of reboots, we'll try not being reboots. Because to be honest, there's no need for you to completely reset things unless the thing that you're resetting didn't work. Just find a new story to tell. Also, if you completely broke your universe, sometimes a reboot's needed. Otherwise, you just change things. Like, otherwise, you just like add to it. Case in point, I'm of the generation that grew up with Ben 10. I think that the current situation with it is a complete bastardization of my childhood. You don't mess with my childhood. And yes, I was very upset about Pop the Builder. Even though, like, Whereas with Ben 10, had it have been good, I probably would have watched it. Not as a regular thing, but like, I'd occasionally tune into like the odd special. I actually just wouldn't have bothered with Bob, but like, seeing it just hurts. You know, there's a thing about your own childhood that's like very special. Almost sacred. And when basically all that reboots do is mess with that, like, mess with that whole sacred thing. Like, people are generally borderline obsessive with their childhoods. Oh, I know why. I was trying to work out why we were using bloody wooden weapons.
I like to hug things out, but in your case, I'll make an exception.
But it's because
Thanks, ninjas. I'd
but it's
help you,
because
but
you
I'll
have to
catch
upgrade them
Ah,
as time goes on.
that thing would be a lot easier to deal with if we were in our max.
I'm pretty sure.
Afraid of a little hard work, huh?
But yeah, this was kind of like that. I got onto the trend a bit late with this,
How about a statue
like
of me?
with Ninjago. It was probably like 2013 when I found out about it
Those things stink.
because of a friend. But like, it was just a complete. It was something that I really enjoyed because it was, you know, it had an ongoing plot. Something that I absolutely love about pretty much everything. Ongoing arcs that last multiple seasons, yes, I want that. I don't get how anyone could not want an ongoing story that feels like it's going somewhere constantly. World building is everything to me. And I get that people don't agree with that. For instance, there's the people that want to abolish canon from a lot of things, and yeah, in some situations it probably makes some sense. But like, why would you ever want the thing that you're using to not lead anywhere? No, why would you ever want the thing that you're watching to not lead anywhere? I can't stand the SpongeBob style of show. It's so boring. Like, okay, that's classical. Obsessing over cake. Okay, no, that wasn't what I did. Honestly, like, I think had they made a game based on the actual show, it would have been so much better. Like, had they gone further with the stuff from the time of the Tournament of Elements, because they've done games for pretty much every season on Lego.com or on CartoonNetwork.com. Actually, fun fact, I've had this channel for years now, and back when they had the Final Battle video game, I did do a really shoddily recorded version. Like, I did a really shoddily recorded gameplay video of that game. How'd you find the Stone Army? And hopefully at some point I'll get a chance to show off Stone Warriors in this, because they are in this game. Yeah, thing. That's the other thing. This game is better than most LEGO games in that it has you upgrading your character as you go on, as opposed to things like, for instance, LEGO Star Wars, where your characters are static. They don't ever learn. They don't ever evolve. It makes sense for Star Wars because, like, you're playing fixed time frames of characters. In Star Wars, you never really see the characters learn new power. Come on, Master of Earth, it's time to get working. Kai.
Did you see that landing? Oh, yeah!
I'm pretty biased towards Kai, to be fair.
We need to take down all these bad
Like, if I were to have an elemental power, I would definitely have fire. And I have a serious thing about fire. I love it.
Think the top guys, huh?
Yeah. Didn't you see what we just did to those other guys? We kinda crushed them.
You know it.
Proud to the owl, sweet flurry.
Well, that's interesting, Cole. How did you end up falling? There we go. But yeah, the abilities of this game, they feel a lot less stale than most LEGO games. Because as much as I've always had a thing for LEGO games,
Nice combo, Cole.
like, you know, they've always been good. It gets to the point where you just kind of wish that some of them, not all of them, but some of them, like, just had a bit more depth to them. Like, they're very much built in a way that a kid could just pick it up and play 5 minutes of it. I like the modern LEGO system of adding combos in as well. That will give you multipliers for your studs. It's a nicer way of doing the true whatever collection. But yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about why the movie ruined the show as well. Like, yeah, you had the fact that they changed the designs, but you know, after a while that doesn't piss you off as much as you probably think it does. Alright, it's looking like this will be a Kai moment. And it's not. But also, to tie in with the movie, the show decided it was a good idea to resurrect its former main villain, Lord Garmadon. Garmadon had a whole arc before his resurrection of being evil, but then Lloyd's all-powerful light bringing him back to the light.
I think we need to light it. A good jump might do it.
But like, as nice as it was to see his voice actor come back and voice, you know, the man himself, it just pissed me off that like all his development got undone. And you know, I'm sure I'm not the only one who felt that way. I'm the only one voicing it. To my knowledge, I'm not really involved in the community. I don't really want to be. I mean, for crying out loud, I can't stand fandoms at the best of times. I'm always at odds with the Star Wars fandom. The Marvel fandom does nothing but irritate me. Let me think. The Pokemon fandom hates me. In fact, all of Nintendo fandom pretty much just hates me. You've got got, what other fan was on it? And I heavily disliked it. On a separate note, I'm not massively liked by Avengers fans. Like, Marvel's Avengers. As in, like, the game. But then again, if you like that game, you're not gonna like me, are you? Being as I've done nothing but shit on it. Pretty much since the day it came out. Actually, months before, I wanted to love it. I want to love everything that comes out of Marvel. But, you know, I can't help when things are bad. Look, what am I supposed to do? Lie about it?
There's Jay, saving the city! And destroying a bit of it too.
Yeah, whatever, this place is being rebuilt every other week. Possibly more. Thinking elder, blah 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 blah. I want you. But no, in having Garmadon resurrected, all it really did was like soft reboot the canon a bit. So we're basically up to bloody movie standards. Of course, they quickly disposed of him as villain again, and they actually did really good with it, with the concept in the end. So I can't be too mad at them for it. And yeah, his voice actor, like the TV show voice actor for Garmadon, he's just so good. And the problem is, he never really sold a convincing villain. It's a weekend win. They say, go slow, think just stand so still. We say, go, go, like you know the drill. I used to love this song so much. I probably shouldn't sit here where I can hear it. Apparently, for some reason, I can't use that. Jump back, get back with the spin. Jump back, Ninjago, Ninjago. This is going to be a copyright nightmare, isn't it? Also, these Warner Brothers. Yeah. Okay, I don't know the rest of the song anyway, so I don't really care.
It's the ninjas. They don't have their max.
I'm pretty sure this is at least half owned by Warner Bros. Now. Okay, here we go. I've come to really enjoy a lot of the LEGO games I've played on my computers over the time. I used to play a lot of Legoland as well, but that was when I was much younger.
Not very intimidating, bro. There you go. That's scary.
Okay, starting to notice a serious problem with game design here. They're still dancing to the weekend win. As interested as I am to find out how far they're going, I'm trying not to get copyright struck.
The exact same shape and size as my katana. Need to jump up using the walls.
Is that going to be a sword thing? Nah. I was going to do Lego Marvel Superheroes first, but I started the game prior to filming because it's a fucking Marvel game. Like, at the end of the day, there's nothing that I'd rather be dealing with. We'll get through this level and then we'll stop because I need to conserve storage. I want my last 40 gigabytes, pretty much. Again, this is a common issue. I don't know what happened there.
This looks like it might be useful.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of the moves that you can potentially build in multiple locations. Okay, or not. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What's really sad about the movie as well is that it doesn't use any of the amazing music from the show, aside from the Weekend Whip one. Like, it's a canonical song in this universe too. I don't know. I'm gonna... What you'll notice is that I'm very opinionated, and I'm going to trash on anything that's different. Funny thing is, it doesn't just apply to reboots of things that I watched as a kid. I have zero investment in DC, and I hate the Teen Titans Go reboot. Like, I hate Teen Titans Go. Like, I'm perfectly fine with, like, I'm perfectly fine with the original show, for obvious reasons. The original show is fucking god tier, from what I can tell. Like, even though I'm aware of its legacy. Oh, damn. I thought Cole was an enemy. You'd almost think I was season 3 Jag. That's right. One good thing is that enemies give off lots of bloody studs in this. Bloody chickens. This is really going up slowly. I can't tell if I'm winning or no, not winning. If I'm near a save point or not. Thing is, I don't read the messages. Like, this game has an auto-save feature, so I just look for a flashing logo occasionally. Okay. Gold brick. Honestly, it's a shame that the movie didn't really do anything with the whole giant thing. Like, they've always been the number one couple from the show. In fact, they've always been pretty much the only couple going. Like, yeah, you'll get Garmadon and Misako, Wu and Misako, that kind of thing. I was going to make a joke, but I don't think it's really... It wouldn't make sense anyway. Honestly though, like, this was an incredible show. It's still running, to be fair. I'm not caught up on it yet. I've been trying to catch up lately, partly as I was planning, like, in fact no, that's not a lie. I bought this because I was catching up and thought that a series on what used to be one of my top 5 franchises would be fun. I say used to be. It's not that I hate it now. Like, I don't hate the franchise as a whole now. I just don't like it as much as pretty much anything else. There's a lag problem in this game. That wasn't the plan. I have been liking the open world style of a lot of modern LEGO games, in the vein of LEGO City Undercover, as I'm pretty sure that was the game that started that trend. Okay. Let's have a look to see what we've got here. I'm playing on this bit of short one as well. But yeah, they've got a season based on that urban legend, Polybius, which I found fucking incredible. Like, you have no idea how much I fucking love the idea of a season based around, like, a creepy, possibly real, but definitely not video game. I've got this whole thing with urban legends in the first place that, like, they're so fun, even if they're like obviously obviously fake. Like, even if, like, it's not the believability that's good for me. To be quite honest, I'd rather not be concerned with how these things came to exist if they are real. Because I have anxiety problems, which is why I haven't played many horror games or watched many horror films. Okay, no, it's just a guy down there. Thinking about it, one of my friends, because me and my friend, back when we first started in secondary school, used to talk about the show all the time to each other. Like, it was back in the early days, and we talk about the show in between rebooting and Tournament of Elements. And this was back. Okay, so they had this whole thing in the show where Zane sacrificed himself. Zane is the Ice Ninja, for those who don't know anything about this show or the movie, or just LEGO in general. And although we all knew as the audience that he survived, or at least it was quite obvious, I can imagine a lot of kids were traumatised about, for instance, those who he was the favourite of would have had it particularly rough. but like, we used to just speculate on theories and stuff, on like fan theories. He was the one who brought up to me about Nia's true heritage as the water ninja as well. And that's something that would have been interesting to have found out in the show. But this was before I started my crusade against leaks. Okay, yeah. There's definitely save points in this.
Jay knows we're on his side, right?
Okay. So I don't really feel a need to continue for tonight because, like, I'm really tired and commentary is killing me. But that leaves us with 4 gameplay series at once, and I think we can tackle it. I know what I'm going to call it today. I know what this episode's going to be called. This will probably be uploaded on Monday, most likely. But yeah, we are done for tonight. And I hope you guys have a good night, because you are all amazing. See you guys next time. Bye.